Hello folks, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I am back with another video, which is the reason why you're watching, hopefully. So yesterday, remember I made these out of one piece of paper. There is a bit missing because I cut it off. I used it for something else. I think that went up in that corner, from what I remember, and that went there. Rubbish at jigsaws normally. So it's a bit like that, with a bit missing, that I'm using as a page band. So, anyway, what I thought is today, let's make something out of some of these, because otherwise it won't happen, and they'll just sit on my desk, or they'll go in a to be completed pile, which I won't complete, because I'll go on to something else. So, let's do some task and finishing. So, I think I'll start with that. This is today, or shall I start again? Today is Saturday. Okay, so I thought I might continue last night, but it was a bit late. The reason for me not knowing how late it was is the clock that's in front of me hasn't been changed, so it's still an hour behind from when the clocks went forward. So I am doing it today because I thought I'd better go to bed. Well, I better get everything ready and go to bed. So it's today. It's today. It's today. Yes, that's correct. Because I'm not any good at time travel. It's about 1:15-ish time. It's 16 minutes past 1 in the afternoon on Saturday, the 10th of April. So let's get started. So I know that I want something on here. So I want a flower of some kind, and I want a big flower. Nope, doesn't do it for me. Maybe that. That. No, not really. Maybe that. Oh, I like that. I'll have that. Put them all back. Yeah, cool. So, I'm going to have that, I think, on this one. And I did find a word that it's verbiage. It was literally just off the top of this from Nick the Booksmith. It was what the page is called. And I thought, well, you know what? I like it. And I did try it last night, and I liked it. And I just don't know whether now it goes with what I've got. Yes, it does, and I'm happy. So that was a quick one, wasn't it? It's all right. I'm not going to end the video now. I am going to continue and do something try and get something done with all of them. So I'm glad I looked at the time, because I've just realised that I can use that to tell how long I've been going for. Which probably a good idea, because sometimes I used to be really good at timing an hour, and then now it started to creep in that I'm doing an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes. So I appreciate it if you're still with me after an hour, because you know we've all got very busy lives these days, haven't we? So as we're all trying to get back to normal a bit. So normal. What is normal? Yeah, I like that. I don't know whether should I cut those off. Oh, well, anyway, let's stick it on first and then have a think about it. It needs to be stuck down fairly quickly, otherwise it's going to get ripped apart by the looks of it. It looks like it's been creased a couple of times too many. So I'm just going to do a bit of dabbing, tiny few spots, etc. So I haven't done much since yesterday. I hope everybody's well, by the way. Hope you're all, nice and prepping for a change of season. I don't know whatever season change it is with you, but it's hopefully spring soon. Although last night when I took the dog out after doing the video, it was snowing, and then this morning, like very early this morning before I actually got up, but when I woke up this morning, it had settled. So we'd got a blanket of snow. It being the 10th of January. 10th of January, no it's not. That would be normal for the 10th of January. It being the 10th of April, it's a bit bizarre, this weather. So, who knows? I mean, like, you know, we all know that, you know, global warming, well, not all of us know, but like some of us believe in global warming. So, we get weird changes in our weather patterns, etc. So, oh, and by the way, I don't know why, but today my voice seems to be quite deep. So, it's either an added bonus or, you know, a disappointment, whatever you prefer. But yeah, can't do anything about it. Just happens to be, and it's getting deeper as I go. The more I'm talking, it sounds like actually when I used to be at the end of the week when I used to teach all week, and then by the end of the week I used to sound like this because I you know, obviously you're using your voice, your vocal cords a lot more than I do currently, which is basically sat. You know, well, I'd use them, but I'm not projecting them like I used to because I'm doing things like video calling and that sort of thing. So, so yeah, so it's I don't have to project my voice on a video call. Luckily, I think I was going to say I think I am going to cut that off, but I'd already cut them all off before while I was saying that. So definitely cutting those off. Oh yes, I like that. That's a nice little bookmark. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's done. One down. Okay. Right, let's do this tag. So, I don't do tags very often. I do know one thing about tags. They need to have a bit cut off at the sides. So I'm going to use my cutty thing and try not to take any fingers off. Maybe try and get it so that it's, I don't know how big, how steep. Want it that steep or do you want it less steep? Maybe about, maybe I should have just done this with the by eye. I don't know where it's going to cut. No, let's do it by eye, Dave, and then eye. About there. Well, it's happening now. Cut that off. Shame I've cut that bird off in the corner. Oh no, it wasn't a bird, it was just a pattern, that's alright. Just flip that over, pop that up there. So then cut that bit off. So yeah, snow. I mean, snow in April. You know, I know lots of people have said, oh, you know, I've never seen snow in April, and blah, blah, blah. I do remember having snow in April a long time ago. I think it was about mid-90s, because I was definitely back in Coventry at the time. So, sorry, I'm just looking for my hole punch. I am a hole and I live in the punch. No. I am a mole and I live in a hole. That's right. Where's my pokey tool? Oh. Pokey tool, where are you? Pokey. Okey pokey, hokey cokey. Where is, oh, it's there. Right in front of my eyes, Dave. That's where it is. It needs a more colourful knobble on the end because it just blends in with all the other stuff. Especially it's in it because it's just at the side of where the window is. It's a bit darker there, and so unless it's got a bright colour on the end, not pink. Don't want it to be pink, thanks. Like everything else that I own in the crafting world. No, want it a bit further down than that, Dave. I feel like watching a film tonight, but I don't know what I want to watch. And it's, you know, the world is your whelk, isn't it, these days? Because it's not my oyster, because it's not that glamorous, but it's definitely my whelk. Because you can watch what you like, really, because it's all streamable. Get it from Amazon, and it'll watch whatever you like. Oh, the other week I watched Big I haven't watched Big for years. To be honest, I don't think I've watched Big. It's got, with Tom Hanks in it. I don't think I've watched that since it came out. So, I cut these out yesterday. I've bought myself one of these, a little punch for punching. It's amazing that, isn't it? It's a punch for punching. But you put it in and you punch it, and it cuts you those little hole reinforcers, so you can have them in whatever colour you like. So and you know what I bought that because I'd been looking for something else. You know what I would really love is one of those whale tail punches, the ones that punch the tabs that are the whale tail shape. But can I find them anywhere? They've apparently been discontinued. You can't get them. Everybody's using those whale tail ones at the moment, and they're just, I know that I think they're based on like a circle. I'm sorry, I've kind of gone off on a tangent now, haven't I? But it's what tangents are for, to go off on. All I need is a piece of paper. I'm surrounded by paper, Dave. Do not say anywhere that you don't. Oh, it's not big enough. You don't have a piece of paper. I'm trying to explain what I mean. This'll do. If it's thick enough. Somebody's beeping their horn out there. So I know it's based on a circle. Sorry, I am definitely going off on a tangent. I can't get my blooming thing out now. Oh look, this is like how my brain works normally. This is me going off on a tangent, and then it doesn't go right, and so I reckon a whale tail punch is based on a circle that's folded over, and then you think about it. It's kind of that sort of shape that's cut out the sides, which I don't know whether I could mirror that by just cutting it. Which, now that I've cut it, I'm thinking I'll probably do it. But it's that kind of shape. And you can't get them anywhere. Honestly, I have looked high and low. I would, I've even looked at paying silly money for it. So when I talking silly money, I'm talking about more than 30 quid, 40 quid, 50 quid. I've looked on eBay. So I'd rather not pay 40 or 50 quid, but I just don't know why have they discontinued them, because obviously there's a call for them, and anybody that owns a punch will know that they don't last forever. So they might you might have one now, but in the future it's going to go that's obviously on the wrong way. It's going to go blunt at some point, and then you'll need another one. So I'm going to pop that on there, I think. Sorry for that slight going off on a tangent, but yeah, I really want one of those. But so if anybody sees one out there anywhere, let me know. Let me know where I can find it. I am a broke crafter, so the cheaper you can find it, the better it is. I couldn't even find it in on an American site, so that I could get it shipped to me. Even places that won't ship, I thought maybe I could speak to one of my followers or one of my crafty friends in America or in Canada or wherever, and see if they would get me one and ship it to me. But no, can't get hold of them. So and I want one, and Brian wants one. But like we said, if we got one, we'd share it. So, so anyway, I'll cut those. So I'll cut those out of. I bet you can't tell. I've been cutting out the raspberry stuff. So just because I liked it, I liked it, so I did it. I don't have to explain to you why. So anyway, slight digression. That's probably taken 20 minutes for me to just digress, hasn't it? So, So I want something on here. So, oh, you know what I haven't got in here today? I haven't got any water with me, which I normally do. Oh, clearly that's not going to fit, Dave. And it's the wrong orientation for it to be. Oh, I like that. I do like that. It's okay. I don't know whether it lends itself in any way. No. That's way too wide. Oh, there's a little birdie on a branch, and again it's too wide because it'd have to be cut off, or it'd have to be like dead. That's way too narrow. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're all too narrow. Right, okay. What have we got? So I liked that. I don't know what that is. It looks like a pineapple. But don't know. Is it? Is it like a pineapple flower? I don't know. Alas, I have cut the bit off that said, I think I only cut that the other night. Last night, I mean. It might be on here. Yep, this is it. Can't pronounce what that is, but that's what it is. So, you're on your own, I can't pronounce that. Well, no. Might be able to. Not going to try, is more to the point. Because I don't want you to laugh at me. So, fair enough. Fair enough. So, I don't know whether, does it need something behind it to lift it a bit? I'm just worried about this bit up here, it being a bit, you know, because it's white background, white thing, white, not wet. Let's see if I just edge it, if that makes a difference. You can tell it's a fairly nice day now. Now the snow has gone, it's melted and gone, but the kids next door are out in the garden, so it's, if you can hear squealing and crying and that sort of thing, it's just kids playing. So it's not me. I'm not upset or in pain. It's not Worcester. Worcester is currently lying on the bed, sunning himself in the sun that's intermittent now. It's streaming through the window, but only intermittently. But you know, dogs make me laugh when you've got a bit of sun that streams in, and like they lie in that spot and they hunk around when that moves around. It's funny. It's funny to watch. So, I mean, like you don't watch it specifically because it happens over a period of time, but like it's funny to see, is what I mean. You need stop motion for it or something like that. I think that lifts it better now. I still don't know whether I want something behind it, so whether I want some do I want a piece of paper behind it? Oh no, I can't use green because I've got green there. Maybe. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry for you. Oh, obviously, brain is starved of oxygen. Would that be a waste if I stuck that on there and tore around it? It probably would be, wouldn't it? Yeah. I could tear a bit off it and shove it down the back. Shove it down the back. I'll tear that bit off and see. Just to see. I really love that paper, by the way. Maybe something like that, just over the... And now I'm kind of out building on what's already here. I quite like the bird, though. I know that you'll only see an essence of the bird. Bird essence. Essence of bird. But yes, anyway, carrying on. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, before I was like, I rudely interrupted myself. Yes, I watched Big, and then the other night I watched Death Becomes Her, and that's another thing. Do you know something? I don't even remember. I remember the end part of that, but I didn't remember the beginning, and so it must have been a long time ago that I'd seen that. I quite like that. I'm going to stick that on there, and then stick that over the top. So, do I want it there or do I want it further up? So anyway, yeah. So I watched Death Becomes Her, which was fun to watch. Apparently they're remaking it, so I guess that's the reason why it's back in vogue, because they're remaking a new version of it, and it's I don't know a name because I only know because Brian told me. Goldie Hawn's daughter's playing Goldie Hawn, so in the new version, and Lady Gaga is playing the woman that gives them the potion, the woman that actress played. I can't remember her name. Anyway, well, you're on your own, kids, so go and find out for yourself. So I introduced you to it. I don't know anymore. Can't give you any more information. I only came up with the goods. So, but yeah, Goldie Hawn's daughter's playing Goldie Hawn. So I'd be interested to see. I mean, like, it's very dated, that film now. Very much. You could tell. It's the. I mean, like, the special effects are still quite good, I guess, for the time. But I can't. I don't know when it came out. Well, I can't remember when it came out. So there we go. Smooth that out a bit and put that on there. Yeah, I like that on there. Right, okay. I think it'll need a word of some kind. But words don't come easy to me. Well, they do, because they're in a file that say words on it. So, and if they aren't, I can make one with my punch tape. So words do come easy. So I don't know who sang that, so I can't tell them that they're wrong. Oh no, although he did say words don't come easy to him. So, but words do come easy to me. So anyway, sorry, I'm just laughing because the child next door has said that classic thing, "I don't like you anymore," which I remember saying as a child to my parents, but I clearly do and did. In fact, I love my parents. If I have the same conversations with you all the time, I am sorry, but my dad passed away when he was 65 and one day, to be precise. So, I really do think you should appreciate life for what it is, because you don't know how long you've got of it. So I like that. I do think it needs some kind of wordage, excuse me, on there, but I do like it. Sorry, just bear with me a minute while I nip out of shot and go and get my words. So, words and quotes, labels, frames and borders. No, everything's. If you heard that, sorry, that's just as you take something off the shelf and then everything else falls down. So yeah, so they're words and quotes. What's in here? There's more words and quotes in here, but then there's I don't know. I think the typeface is too nice. Just too nice, too modern, I mean. Not nice. Nice wasn't the word that I meant. Do I want something like that on there? Right, these are slightly annoying. And also they're not in the right thing. They should be in there. So... words don't come easy to me. I can't get that out. Oh, that's because it's behind the second one. No. Needs to be bigger, I think. I think it might have to be one of them, because I keep all of these when, you know, when you cut out the words or the labels or whatever it is. I keep these because, like, I think I can use parts of those words on other things. So, like, for instance, that's a big word. Oh, it's not. Alphonse Mucha. Okay, it's not him, so can't put that on there. It's incorrect label. Mucha. Alphonse Mucha. Mucha. These are mine. These are some of my own words with my own descriptions. I made them for me. They're not available in my Etsy or anything like that. I don't think anybody's interested in buying my stuff, so surrounded with a halo. Nah, I do quite like these though. Gloaming, the twilight of the evening. Does it? I don't want something like that. Or does it need something more? Does it need something? Maybe something across it. I prefer on this I prefer the cream coloured cardstock, so heedless, careless of danger. These are all my favourite words. So, like, hither, to here, this place, hither and dither. I don't know. I'm hither, this place. I think it needs a couple of words that would go together on it. So, sorry. Oh, hang on, it's bigger. Flagon. A large jug or mug usually used to hold wine or beer. Okay. Jetsam. Items thrown overboard from a ship and later washed ashore. It's not really appropriate for what I'm sticking on here, but, like, not that the words have to make much. Cricklet, a thin band of precious metal worn on the head. Not really appropriate. And errantry, journeying in search of adventure. Could I have that there? Would that fit as a? So if I did cut it there, I could have that, and then that. Maybe that. Let's keep that one out. We might use that. Using one of my own things on my own piece. Let's just have a look at the words. Don't want these are like quote chips, so they're quite thick. They're not really suitable for what I want. There's nothing else in here, so oh, these are some more of mine, I think. Yeah, these are mine. These are my favourite, like, kind of quotey things. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. Courage, it's the courage to continue that counts. But I can't. The thing is, I won't be able to cut that down. needs to be something that's all on one line, which I could cut down. The secret to success is to do the common thing uncommonly well. Maybe that. Or that. Right, okay. One of those two we're going to use. I'll pop those over there. Secret of success. The secret of success. So this is. I still can't speak. Cut a little bit off this end. So the secret of success is to do maybe go to do there uncommonly well. Let's do that. Somebody's firing something out there. Let's hope it's not a gun. Sounds like fireworks to me, so I would hope at least. Oh, yeah, that crackle. I don't know whether you heard that, but there was a. That's. Don't use me as sound effects for your fireworks, will you? So. No, that's not part of it, Dave. That's part of it. So these are the reason why I've typed these up are because these are quotes that kind of inspire me, you know, the kind of quotes that I live my life by. So the secret of success is to do the common thing uncommonly well. Yeah, I like those. That's fine. We're going to put them on there, and then I think we've finished another thing. Blimey, that's not bad, is it? Not like me to finish things. Well, completely finish things. The secret of success. Stop reading it, Dave. That over there. Is that kind of straight-ish? Straightish. Let's put that on a line, and that slightly further up. There we go. And then this. So maybe just like that. Yeah, I like that. Yep, again, try and get them so that they're. Don't mind if they're not straight, but I just don't like that, whether, you know, the space in between is narrower or wider or whatever. So anyway, so that's that. And maybe I think it might need a bit of string. Just happens to be some over here. And we'll put some of that on it. Which way should we do it? Should we do it like that? Yeah, let's do it like that. Pop that through there. Put that through there. Maybe a bit long now. Like that. Get rid of that bit as well. And that's it. So there we go. We've made a bookmark as well. So now what have we got? So let's have a look at this. So I think the only thing I want to do is maybe have something else on the back of here, because I want to be able to write on it. Sorry, I know I've moved on and then I've come back, but that's only because I want to be able to make it practical for people to be able to write on it. So I think it needs something on the back of it. So maybe just a nice bit of coffee dyed paper, maybe, or a bit of graph paper, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Tear that down now. Let's just kind of roughly tear this into shape. Sorry about that. Kind of moving on and then oh no, need to do that. But you know, there are no right or wrongs in craft. It just is. So tear that there. I want to be able to still see a little bit of this kind of bordery thing, and maybe tear it in there. It is already slightly teared in there, but I'll tear it again and tear this down. Yeah, that'll do, like that. I might just go around it with a bit of. I'll go around this, just to get rid of those raw edges that I've just exposed. Because that's the problem when you tea dye things or coffee dye them. Sometimes the core of the paper doesn't get saturated, and you still get a bit of a white line. So, you know, the original colour of the pulp of the paper, which was bleached. So, unless of course you're using linen coloured paper, in which case you won't get that one. So, that feels really tight on my skin where that glue has dried. Do that, and I'll do a bit round the edge of here as well. And just on the corners, don't forget the corners, Dave. There we go, just makes it a bit. Probably should have done that before I put the string on, but never mind. String. Is it string? Yeah, it is string. So, sorry, Queenie. Bye. Good old Liz. So, there was gun salutes in lots of UK cities today at 12 o'clock for the Duke of Edinburgh, also known as Prince Philip, who passed away yesterday at the age of 99. So, and you know, like I said yesterday, it doesn't whatever you think of the royals, you've got to remember at the end of the day, there's an elderly lady who has lost her husband, friend, confidant, etc. So, and you know, that's sad for anybody, whoever they are. So, got a bit of glue on the outside, never mind. Obviously put far too much glue in because it all squeezed out the other side. That's not like me to overdo the glue, and normally don't put enough on and it doesn't stick down, but never mind. There we go. So there we go. That is finished now. I'm happy with it now. I'll put it over there, but I'm going to stand it up sideways, so it, because if I put it flat down, it'll get stuck to something. So let's get a piece of cloth and give that a wipe so that there's no glue on there. And then, so I'm doing this without the aid of a safety net. No, I'm doing this without any artificial light, so hopefully you can see it because it's daylight. So that's unusual for me to craft in the daylight. So right, I'm going to stick something on the back of here before I go any further. It feels quite thin on that bit. That's the only bit I'm worried about. But I guess if I put something like this on the back, it'll be okay. So I'll have something a bit more colourful. Maybe something in a yellow or a green or something. What have we got in yellow? Well, like that. That's not yellow though, Dave. That's more peach. Oh, it kind of goes to the front. That's fine. We'll do that. Where the heck? Oh, you know when like you've used something and you don't know where you've put it. Where's my tearing ruler? I was just thinking about that earlier, thinking I don't know where. I need to make sure I get that out and put it somewhere where I can find it. And guess what? I didn't. Oh dear, I'm going to have to wing it. So where is it? Definitely had it. No idea. Anyway, that's kind of just. Just tear this out. Roughly the right size. Which bit do I like best? I like that bit best. I like that bit because it's got this mottly bit here, where it's almost like the colour's lifted from it. So just tear this a bit straighter. Don't want it to be perfect, I just want it to be a bit straighter. It's fine. A bit off the top. Like going to the barbers, bit off the sides, bit off the top. Bet they're doing a roaring, well, they're not open in the UK yet, but as of Monday they are. I bet they'll be doing a roaring trade when they can actually go and have their people go and have their hair cut. I mean, clearly I don't suffer with that problem because I don't have any. But I know that I never, when I was younger and I had hair, I didn't like it getting past a certain point. It was always uncomfortable, didn't feel great, etc. So that's why I've never had long hair. So put that on there. It's going to be still a bit long, so I might just take some of this off. Better tear it too little. Oh, get that off than tear too much off, because you can't stick it back on again once you've torn it off. So it's not the easiest thing to do, though. Sorry, I'm kind of, because I'm concentrating, I've stopped talking. It's a real art, you know, being able to talk and concentrate. It's an art that I haven't mastered. But I do enough talking. I don't think there's any judgment there for the fact that nobody would ever say Dave doesn't talk enough. So sorry for making that noise. I realised that last night when I was making that noise, because I always watch back what I've done, and I thought, oh, that noise is really irritating, Dave. Don't do that. So I might just tear that little bit off there. I'm being too fussy with this, aren't I? Anyway, I'm going to stick that down, and that's going to be it. So, just take the top off and it go flying. So stop fussing about it and just stick it down, Dave. So yeah, so I always watch myself back, and then I think, oh, Dave, that's so irritating. Stop doing that. Time away. So we've got about 15 minutes to go. What I'll do is I'll stop the video at about the hour mark and then continue it, because what I will have to do is, it's probably far too much information for you, but I am going to have to go for a wee at some point, and I definitely need to rehydrate as well. So that'll be my opportunity to do such things. So I won't keep these tiny bits of paper. Even I don't keep those tiny bits of paper before you say anything. Cheeky. So Worcester's grumbling in the background. I can hear him making that noise. Instead of making that noise, come and make me some whale tail tabs, Worcester. Maybe not. Don't want him in here. Well, I do. No, so I don't mean that as I don't want him in here, but like, if he's going to make that noise, I definitely don't want him in here. So what should we put on here? So maybe another flower, maybe, or maybe a bird. Maybe I could put a bird on here. Hello, you. Hello, somebody upsetting you? You got your squeaky toy? You're not Squeaky gonna give me Squeaky? Give me Squeaky. Give me Squeaky. You gonna catch it? Good boy. Sorry, just entertaining the dog for a few minutes. Bless him. Like, he loves that squeaky toy. He rarely lets you have it, to be fair, because he's not that keen on you squeaking it. So, good afternoon, Mr. Magpie. How's the wife? Single magpie. Maybe a bit big. And maybe a bit small. Maybe something in the middle. We need a Goldilocks effect of birds. Yeah, definitely too big. I don't know why I even bothered putting it on there. That's going to be too big. So what else have we got in here? Ooh. Ooh. Owl. Ooh. Yeah, Dave, don't do that again. These look more promising. Let's get those out of the way. Those kind of things aren't the thing. I need too big. Shame. Too big. I don't know why they're in there, because they're fungi. But should be ready with stamps, I guess. Maybe something like that. I'm just thinking because of the birds in the background. I quite like that. Or that. A blue tit. I think they're green finches. Don't ask me though. I'm not a. I was floundering as I started that sentence, thinking I don't know what a bird watcher's called. Is it I can't think. Ornithologist? Is it ornithology birds? I don't know. I think that's still too big. Quite like it. And whether it fills the page up too much. So let's get rid of that because we don't want that, do we? And those shouldn't be there because we don't want that. I really like that, but less that and not that. So maybe that or that. That's definitely not in the mix. Oh, I like that as well. Oh, I really like that. So that's another one in the mix. No, too big. Birds with no legs. You'd have to put them down like that. They're okay. I just think they kind of blend in too much. Maybe. Too big. This is my problem. Don't even know which way up you should be. If you do that, you look like your neck's broken. Yeah, it needs to be right, and that's possibly my problem. What that bird's doing? Oh, I quite like that. I think it's because it fills the page quite well. I quite like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to look at it anymore because otherwise I'll be here all day. Those 16 minutes will have passed, and you'll all be like, "Just pick a bird." I don't know why that's in there either. All that. Don't know. I've just said I'm not going to have a look through the rest of them, and then what's he doing? He's looking at the rest of them. Stop looking at the rest of them, Dave. Again, that's not a bird. No, I think that. Let's put those back in. And try not to break anybody's tail off or their eyes. Don't poke their eyes out either, Dave. So certainly don't do anything to that magpie because it's unlucky enough being one on its own, let alone... Oh, hang on though. Is that another magpie? No. That's a magpie. There you go. It's not on its own. That's alright. Didn't have to salute it. that's a thing that stayed with me. A superstition that stayed with me. The superstition of my dad's saluting magpies. If they're alone, you should salute them and say, "Good morning, Mr. Magpie. How's the wife?" Or "Good afternoon, Mr. Magpie. How's the wife?" So I know it's silly. I like it, but I'm not sure whether because it covers those birds up. I really like that one. I really like that one. It does look like it's swooping and dive bombing them, but it's nice. I really like that, and it doesn't cover up too much. I really like it. That's a real yes. That's a meh. No, that's that. If it's a meh, we're getting rid of it. That one I really like. No, not that one. That one. No, not that one. Oh, then there's that one. No, we're going to go for that one. Oh, put that one back as well. So we got there in the end. How long did that take? 4 hours? So now, do I want anything on the back? I think we could have a word there. Let's do a bit of composition here. Or do we want like a label? Herbaceous, I don't think that's really fern. Vegetable. Oh, vegetation, no, it's not vegetable. Big difference, Dave. It's not vegetable. I bet these are all botanical stuff, aren't they? Herbaceous. Shame there's no ornithological health, heath even. Shut up, Dave. Don't read them out. You just make a fool of yourself now. Stop making that noise. Ba-da-ba-ba. Just need something that's gonna be the right thing. And I don't know what I'm singing. Let's try a label. They're not labels, they're flowers, Dave. They're the labels. Here we go. So these are Tim Holtz ones. Focus on the good. I quite like it. It would definitely stiffen the card up as well, because it's so thick. One of a kind. I like it, but it's not. Doesn't say. Free to fly. Because he's flying, so it would kind of go. I don't now know whether I want a chip or whether I want. Worcester's now barking at somebody. When nothing is. Oh, that's too, they're going to be too big. Where are my other words? I just had some like Tim Holtzy words that weren't chips. Maybe they're in the other one. What's the other one say? Frames and borders, people. Tim Holtz ephemera. Maybe it's in there. Or shrooms and butterflies. It's not going to be in there, is it, Dave? I'm sure I just had some words that weren't the chip style ones. Just off camera, having a quick search. Fumble through the archives. No. I don't know then. I have no idea where they are. They're not here. They're not here. No, those are people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Although they're not very lucky if they'll listen to me singing. let's not tidy up now, Dave. Okay, so get this back out again. Free to fly maybe is the thing to do. I mean, like, there's those. Or is there anything else like that in here? Honestly, I really don't. I'm convinced. Maybe I'm going mad. I'm going. Sorry. Gone. Maybe I've gone mad. But maybe they don't exist. Yeah, okay. So I think we're going to stick with one of these then. Blessed are the curious. Lucky is a state of mind. Just one life. I really like that though, because I think it ties in with that. Yeah. Unless there's something from... Is there a Leone one? These are Leone's words. So... Leone Pujol. Stop making that noise. Nope. We're going to go with that, I think. Right, let's give this a bit of a... Just to cover up the white edges. Not going too mad on it, just covering up a little. Don't know whether it wants anything behind it to lift it. Does it need anything? Just, where's my emergency piece of book page? I have like a piece of book page that I can just try behind things. Does it lift it? Is it better with it? Better with or without? I feel like going to the opticians now. Maybe with, actually. So I'm just going to stick it to a piece of this. One that's got a fairly decent amount of text on it. That's got a decent amount of text on it. Don't know what that's got stuck to the back, but never mind. Not going to see it. I think I'm just going to stick that onto there. Try and get as much wordage in the... And then just tear around it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think it just needed something to lift it a bit. I know this is very much a me thing, doing this, sticking it to a book page and tearing it out, but, you know, I am what I am. You know, I am predictable. I am my own special creation. I'm doing quite well for somebody who really needs a wee. So, again, like I say, too much information for you, but, you know, sharing is caring. Speed crafting, although apparently it's a real good time to do things that you really need to concentrate on, because you're more like, you get a higher success rate if you do it and you need a wee. I think that's because you give yourself you can't give yourself any margin of error. It has to be done right the first time. So apparently it's a great way to pass your driving test. So, but you know, just I don't know. I can't. I have no evidence to support it. So I didn't pass my driving test needing a wee. I hadn't heard about that study when I did pass my driving test, so which I didn't do until later life. I don't know whether I've said this, but I've only been driving for since 2012. So I passed on the 27th of December 2012, and that was because I'd failed my first test, and I took it again within 5 days of failing it. And the reason for that was my mum had said if I passed by the end of the year, she would give me £1,000 towards a car. So there we go. It was an incentive there. Incentivizing is always good as well. So And maybe that's what it is. It's incentivizing when you need a Wii. You can say, look, if you do this, you can go for a Wii. So possibly too much information. I'm talking about it now. Sorry for labouring the point, but you now know why I'm concentrating so hard. Yes, I like it. It's a good job, really, isn't it? Because I'll wet myself otherwise. It'll give me an opportunity to wash my hands as well. So I've got all the dry glue on my fingers. So let's pop this on here. I'm happy with that. Just try and catch all the little edges so it doesn't catch too much. When you put it in a journal and you keep pushing it in and it flips up the edges of the paper, it'll just tear it. So I'll try and catch the edges as much as I can. Ever the practical solution. I'll just try and get those edges a bit better with my thumb, the good old tools. Now I know that I can go and wash my hands soon. I don't mind doing this. So cool. I'm gonna put that on there just like that. Take that bit of glue off him. There we go. Oh, I didn't ink the edges. Maybe I should. No, it doesn't matter. Don't think it makes much difference. I'm going to stick that on there. But because it's quite heavy, we'll use a bit of 3-in-1 on this one. How are we doing for time? Oh, not too bad. Nearly at my hour, I think. Well, it might be a little over the hour because it was a couple of minutes in by the time I'd said what time it was. Might be over the hour because I can't get the glue out of the tube. Perfect opportunity. I'll be able to gone and done my ablutions. I can tidy up and wash my hands and get the glue to flow better. And pop that maybe just a little in, maybe like that. Yay. Yep, I like that. Okay, nice little journal card. Okay, so let's pop wrong lid. Put that lid on there, put that lid on there, put that out of the way. That doesn't go in there. I tried to put that in with the scissors, it didn't go in there. So what we've done is we have done desperate now. So we've made these in our hour together. So this is the bookmark. So this is what we've got. The bookmark. This is the tag. Hopefully you can see all of that. I don't know what you can see. Don't look at my fingers. So that's the tag, and then this is the bookmark. When you're quiet, that's when I start thinking, I really need to go. So that's it. So thank you very much for joining me. I will continue with the others shortly. I hope you all have a lovely afternoon, day, evening, morning, or whatever time it is with you. My name's Dash of Dave. As I say to you always, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. You all take care of yourself, and mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of kisses, big hugs, and I'll see you very soon. All right, take care. Bye. Bye.